So today's movie is called Scream, where everybody does just that. Turns out, this movie is the sequel to Eat, from 7 to 21. Not so puny Drew Barrymore. She now is a full guy. Big puny Drew keeps getting calls from some dude who's super obnoxious. Telemarketer is actually telemurderer. Telemurderer is now in the house. Not so puny Drew decides to make a run for the street. Bad idea. Cause the cordless killer says, "What's up?" and tackles her. We now see the phone phantom is wearing a mask that looks like the Edward Munch painting titled The Scream. What a coincidence. Munch then introduces a knife to Big Drew's not-so-puny chest. Big Puny Drew's creators then saw something they enjoyed even less. The DiGiorno pizza falling out of Drew's belly all over the lawn. Mother then said the name of the movie. The next thing we see is Neve Campbell doing cyberweb on a sick 90s PC. I wonder if it plays Doom. She is suddenly home invaded by the dollar store version of Gavin Rossdale from the hit 90s band Bush. Then Bush says, "Hey, why don't we do a reproduction ritual?" And Neve is like, "Because we're mere teens." And she's like, "I shall distract him with boobs." And then he flees. Oh no, it's the telemurderer again. Sneak attack. Neve runs and uses the future to call 911. Neve has defeated the serial killer with mere door. Oh, thank God Bush has arrived to comfort his love. A naughty cell phone falls from his body and she falls from love and into the arms of Westborough's finest. Bush gets booked and cops ask all the right questions.
What are you doing with a cellular telephone, son?
Bush is fresh out of jail and looking for an education. Sex ed, that is. And she's like, dude, my mom is dead, and that's a lot to process. After school, Shaggy tells Clueless and Neve that he's having a party tonight. The director of the movie, Wes Craven, makes a cameo as a janitor named Fred, while dressed like Fred Krueger. Cops then talk deets about the murder case. One sucks cone and the other sucks cancer. Cone Sucker then heads to the party. April O'Neil joins in on the fun too. Shaggy asks girlfriend to get him a beer cause he needs to urine. She goes to the garage and now it's suddenly freezing in the house. Don't look now, it's our old pal Daddy Death. Then Death Daddy has the great idea to open the garage door until it and her short circuit. Seconds later, Bush shows up to the house. Then the 9X Nightmare appears, then he stabs Bush. 9X chases Neve through the house, and she defeats him with door. Again. She grabs a gun, then Shaggy and Bromy are like, "He's the bad guy, nuh-uh, you are, nuh-uh," and Neve is like, "Talk to the hand." Then Bush is like, "I'm back and I feel great." Neve then decides to give her half-dead boyfriend the gun. Then he starts snacking on his own blood. Then Bush is like, "Time to die." "Yes, it is," says April, and that concludes Bush's farewell tour. "Encore," says Bush. "Never," says Neve. The end. Please tell me more movies to do. Bye. Watch the full version linked in this short to see what the heck's going on more in the movie.